Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good today. So, day one in the books. It was a little stressful for me because it's been a while since I've done a pre-trip inspection. You got 100. They give you the test. So first thing you do, you walk in. Of course, you're hanging out. They give you a couple things of paperwork that you got to fill out, all that good stuff. You watch a little video of this safety thing that Tyson does. It used to be called Smith Systems, but now Tyson does their own little thing. So you watch this little video. You get all your yellow Tyson shirt, you know. Hold on a second, I'll tell you. Your vest. It says Tyson Foods on the back of it. Yep, so you get your vest. And you're pretty much just sitting there. Everybody else fills out the paperwork and all that. And then they call out your names. Most of the people, like me, I think there was 5 of us that had already done the physicals before we got here. So we did a DOT. You got to do a DOT physical. You got to do a hair follicle drug test and a urine screen for this for Tyson Foods. I did that Wednesday of last week. So they already had my results, and that was good. There was 5 of us that actually did it. So what happened was they called everybody that didn't have their DOT physicals done, their urine screens and all that. They let them go so they can go to the doctor. I guess there's a doctor on site somewhere that does the physicals and stuff if you haven't got it done. And then there's 15 of us in the group. So us 5 went out to the yard. So they get out in the yard. It's a bunch of cones. If you're a truck driver and you've been in, you know, like your schools and all that, they use cones and all that. So anyway, whatever. So you go out there. First thing you do is a road. The first thing I did was a road test. You pretty much couple to a trailer, up the landing gear, check your flashlight underneath the back of it, make sure you know that it's coupled right, locking jaws around the hold on a second. Sorry, I'm in my undies. But yeah, locking jaw goes around the kingpin. You got to couple your trailer, and then they take you on an 8-mile ride. So you're pretty much, you pull out of there, you go to the right, you go down about 2 stoplights, you turn right, go down about 5 stoplights. It's just a big square. They take you on a big square is all it is. Pretty easy. The only little hairy spot is the last turn that you do to go back into, or go back onto the road that Tyson's actually on. It's a pretty tight turn. You can't hit the curb. You hit the curb, you fail the test. But they have cars that are turning to your left that have to be at that. If they're not at that line or before that line, when you come around, you can hit them. So they got to be before that line. If there's somebody sticking out of that line, then you're going to be sitting there waiting because you don't want to hit the car. You don't want to hit the curb. Luckily for me, there was a truck that ran the light, and so there wasn't any cars. So I was able to take. You could take a wide turn. It's just if there's a car sitting there, you're going to get really, really close to the hood of that car, the front of that car. But for me, didn't happen. Didn't hit the curb. The instructor was sitting there looking at the mirror like, is he going to hit it? Is he going to hit it? I was about that far off the curb. I'm a professional driver. I've done this for a while. I know how to do it. So then we go back down into Tyson. You pull into Tyson. You sit there in the truck with him. He explains, okay, yes. He was messing with me. He was like, oh, fail, fail, fail. I just started laughing. I was like, I guess I'm going home today. And he just started laughing. He's like, no, you did fine. No big deal. So after that, you get out of the truck. You walk all the way over to the other side of the parking lot. And then that's where they got your backing test you got to do. And then they got the pre-trip inspection. Now, it's not the truck and trailer combined, which I'm used to, because you get into a spot where you can just, you start, you know, on the passenger side of the truck, and then you work your way around, all the way around to the driver's side trailer, all the way to the back. And then normally when you walk down the driver's side or the passenger side of the trailer, truck and trailer, you just pretty much say it's same thing. That's, you say, well, everything's the same as the the driver's side that I just checked. But it's not like that. There was a trailer sitting out by itself, and then the trucks. There was 2 trucks that were sitting out by themselves. I was sweating a little bit. To be honest with you, it's a 105-point inspection. They have a big sheet, and it's 105 points. So if you don't know, you better literally like go into your YouTube or whatever, try to figure out how to do your pre-trip, try to memorize things. Me, it just took a little bit of ringing for me, and I was just to get back. But there's 15 people in our class, and 9 of them failed the pre-trip. So they got to do that tomorrow. I don't know how many chances you get. If you get 2 chances, if you get 3 chances, I don't know. All I know is they failed today. So the other 7 of us, or 6 of us, sorry, that's just how many failed. So anyway, I'm going to go back to it. So we went over to the other side of the parking lot. They're doing the backing test, and they do the pre-trip stuff. So you're sitting there waiting, and you got people that are doing backing tests, and you got people that are doing pre-trips on stuff. So you're just sitting there waiting, twiddling your thumbs, sweating a little bit because I was a little nervous. And finally, the guy come up for the pre-trip, and he's like, I was like, okay, where do you want me to start? And he's like, just do whatever you want to do. I'm like, all right. So like I normally did, I went right underneath the hood of the truck to check to see if there was any leaks, and that's how I started. They have deer guards on them. All the trucks do, so you have to take that down before you open the hood. And of course, I started on the left-hand side, went around like I normally do, and I was sweating the entire time because I know I was missing stuff. I'm just like telling myself to calm down, everything's gonna be fine, no big deal. So, and I thought everything was good, so I went from the passenger side of the truck, of the tractor, I'm sorry, in the engine compartment to the other side of the engine compartment, and then went down the side of the door, went to the cup, you know, the fifth wheel, the tandem, you know, all that good stuff, the fifth wheel, the locking jaws, the safety pins that got to be in, da-da-da. You guys know. If you don't know, look it up. It's 105-point inspection. It's a pain in the butt, really. Got done with the trailer, got done with the truck. He's like, all right. I was like, I think that's enough. I think that's it. And he's like, okay. And then we walked over to the trailer. And I had never done a pre-trip inspection on a reefer trailer, so I didn't know what to look for on the motor, you know, the engine that runs the reefer. But I remember on the video that they showed us, they send you, like before you start with Tyson, like when you get approved to come drive with Tyson, they literally send you an email, and you have to do this link with the email, and there's probably 30 different videos that you got to watch. And it took me 3 days after I got done working, coming home, you know, relaxing for a little bit, and then I would jump on it. It took me 3 days to watch all these videos. It's a lot of videos. So on one of them, it showed kind of like the pre-trip, how you pre-trip the motor on a reefer trailer. It's pretty much you turn it on, you know, there's a couple buttons that you press and it pre-trips itself. So and it wasn't running. I told the instructor, I was like, well, I've never done this, but what I've seen is there is a button that you push up here after you put the power on, it goes into pre-trip, and then it pre-trips the motor itself. And he's like, you're fine, that's good. That's all I needed to hear. I'm like, cool. So then I went around the trailer, all the way around it, and he makes you walk all the way around it, and you have to name off everything instead of just like your DOT. When you get your CDLs, they just run you up the driver's side, get to the back of the trailer, and that's that. So he makes you go all the way around the trailer. So you're calling out everything again on the passenger side of the trailer. And then after that's done, he tells you if you pass or you fail. Oh, hold on a minute. My wife was calling me. Call her back here. Oh, here we go. There we go. So, and he will tell you right then and there if you pass or if you fail. And of course, I passed. He was like, "You did fine. You did very good." So, evidently, I didn't miss as much as I thought I did. Like I said, it's a 105-point inspection. My wife. So, hi, wifey. Hi. So I passed that, and then of course you go back, wait again, because other drivers are coming out. Drivers are doing road tests, drivers are doing back tests, other drivers are doing pre-trips. So you're sitting there waiting. Most of the day was a lot of waiting around. So after that, I got done with the pre-trip, passed that, I passed the road test. Those last but not least, it's the backing test. There's one. They're both pretty. If you drove a truck for a long time, then it's not hard at all. But there's a couple spots that'll get a little tricky on you. But if you don't know what you're doing, then you're going to fail it. There was quite a few people that failed the backing test. They do pretty much. There's almost like a 45-90 kind of one that goes in, and then the other one you just drive around the yard. You pull up. It's pretty much almost like a straight back. You might have a little 45 to it. Easy, nothing hard for me because I've been driving trucks and trailers for a long time, and then before that, I did a lot of landscaping with big trucks and long trailers. And it's always the longer the trailer, the easier it is to maneuver. I don't know if you guys have witnessed that at all, but that's how it works. If the longer the trailer, it's a lot easier to maneuver. So got in there. They give you 20 minutes per back. So you could back out, pull forward, back out, pull forward, back. You got 20 minutes to put your trailer into a spot. If you can't do it in 20 minutes, you don't belong in a truck. That's just how it is. Can't hit the cones, of course. But yeah, the 20-minute rule. I mean, it's a little tricky, but it's not tricky. People that drive trucks, drive for long times, it is what it is. The second one's pretty much a 45 straight back almost. If you line it up right, if you're a trucker, then you know how to line stuff up. You look at it. They want to make sure that you are always getting out of the truck and walking around the truck. That is a huge thing that they're doing now with Tyson Foods. It's pretty much get off your seat, move your feet. Or wait a minute, how they say it? Get off your seat and move your feet. So they want you to get out of the truck. And I'm talking like before you even start the backup, get out of the truck, walk all the way around the truck, look for, objects, anything, trash cans, whatever they say, just to look, make sure that you are looking around for obstacles that you're not going to hit. Get back in the truck. You back up about 10 to 15 feet. You don't have to do this, but we talked to a guy that went through pre-trip stuff that was here, and he was actually getting his truck worked on before he left, and he was down in the hotel lobby, and he's like, dude, get out and look. He said, back it up 10 feet, get out and look. Back it up 10 feet, get out and look. That's how you put that thing in there. That's what they want you to do. So if you come here and they tell you to get out and look, make sure you get out and look, get out and look. I mean, it's better to get out and look and make sure you're trying to line it up good anyway. But me, I would have just pulled it around, backed it in there, and just make sure I didn't hit the cone with the back of the trailer. It would have been easy, but it gets in your mind a little bit more, because if you're out driving and been driving for a long period of times, it's like it's like, I don't know, second nature to back a trailer into a spot. To me, it might not be for a lot of people, but to me it is. And the whole thing with you moving 10 feet back, get out, walk all the way around it. Move it 10 feet back, get out, walk all the way around. It messed with my head a little bit. I just want to back the thing in there, be done with it, boom, pass it, gone. But nope, go back 10 feet, walk around it, go back 10 feet, walk around it. So you do that one with like a 45, it's almost like a 45-90, because you've got the cones that are sitting like this. Your truck's like this, so you're angled So you got to get the trailer to go into that spot back and angled. So you pretty much got to do a 90 to get your trailer to swing, and then get to as close as you can. Of course, pull up, get back a little close, pull up again, and then slide it in there. The second one's pretty much just you run around, you run right to it, and it's dang near straight back, easy, simple. But once again, they want you to go 10 feet, get out, walk around the truck. Go 10 feet, get out, walk around the truck. You have to do that. If you don't do that, they're going to be like, yeah, I don't like this guy. Nope, he's not doing what we want him to do. Now, when you're out on the road doing it by yourself, it's good to get out sometimes and look. You know, I mean, they call it goal for a reason. Get out and look. So get out, do that, and then of course I passed it, and then go back to the classroom. Now this was we get at the class, they pick us up in the vans at 6:45 in the morning. We get to class starts at 7 o'clock. The first day, like today, everybody, if they didn't get their physicals, they go do their physicals, they go do their drug screens. The guys that have, like me and the other people that we already did our drug screens and our physicals, we go straight out to the lot and start doing our stuff. And then after we're done, I got back in there at 11:30ish, and they had lunch, because they give you lunch every day. It was country fried steak, broccoli, and mashed potatoes with a bun, biscuit, kind of like a biscuit, roll. It was a roll. And you eat that, and then so I got in there at 11:30. Class ends at 5 o'clock. I only had, when we got in there, ate lunch, it was like nothing. I've heard other people on here doing YouTube videos about Tyson orientation saying you're just doing paperwork and paperwork. That is, the very first day, you don't do that. I sit in there from 11:30 all the way pretty much to 5 o'clock waiting for everybody else to get done with their physicals, and then getting on the yard and doing all that. Out of 15 people, 9 of them have to take the test, have to retest tomorrow. So if that tells you anything, these guys you're supposed to be over 2 years experience driving these trucks, and 9 of the 15 failed the inspection stuff. So it's not like for the birds. They take it serious. Tyson takes safety very, very serious. So, but after that, I did one more little booklet of paperwork, and then I went into her office. I don't remember her name. I'll get it tomorrow. But I went into her office, and you do a couple little things on the computer. That's that. It takes about 5 minutes to do that. Yep.
I'm going to book club.
Oh, okay. Call me when you get in. All right.
Love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye. So you did a cut. It's about 5 minutes on the computer. So you just pretty much like you put your name. You put your name in the computer. It asks you a couple questions. Yes, no. If you had a felony, yes, no, yes, no. If you put yes, then you go to another screen. But it takes about 5 minutes. It took me, not even 5 minutes. You walk back in the classroom. You sit there. And then there's another guy that comes in at the back. He fills out your I-9, so it's pretty much you have to show him your driver's license, social security card, a driver's license, birth certificate, and social security card, a passport. You know the whole logistics of that crap. And then he asks you a couple questions. You do a couple things on the computer, and then that was it. Literally. So I was done with all that stuff. It was probably, after eating, doing that, I was probably 12, 20. I sit there until 5 o'clock. Literally. Not doing nothing. Talking with the other drivers. I got to know a couple of the other drivers. It's pretty cool. But like I said, 9 of them failed the test, and they got to go back and do it tomorrow. I passed. I was fine. So I'm good to go. I think tomorrow we'll start doing a lot of paperwork, and then we'll go on from there. But I just wanted to jump on here, give you guys a little little short video, give you a shout out, truckingacrossamerica.com or .com, Trucking Across America Live, for Tyson orientation. So there you have it, day 1 of orientation. I will be back tomorrow for day 2. We're supposed to leave Friday from what they're saying. They said you could leave Friday, it could be Saturday. It just all depends on how stuff goes, pretty much. So 5 days orientation. This is my room, my hotel room that they get us. It's a Super 8 motel. It's really not that bad. The beds actually are pretty nice. They're pretty comfortable for me. I slept good. This is probably because I drove 9.5 hours to get here yesterday too. I mean, I look tired. My eyes are just bloodshot red. But anyway, so that's day 1 of orientation. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like the video. Click the little subscribe button. Subscribe, please. I need you to subscribe. I need to get 50 subscribers so I can start doing lives, because once I get it on the road, I'm going to start doing my lives. Now, most of the time I'm on my Facebook, Trucking Across America Live on Facebook. You can go like that page and watch. I have tons of videos there, but I'm trying to work my way over to YouTube so I can do more YouTube channels, YouTube videos. All right, well, that's it for Trucking Across America Live for day 1 of Tyson orientation. I will be back tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Good night. God bless.